Hi folks, and welcome to this week's track guide, week number 11. We are almost at the end of season 2 2022, which is nuts because that means we're halfway through the year. This year is flying by. Anyway, we're in the IR04 because that's the one we're following for this entire season, and we're at Silverstone, my local track. We're here on the start finish straight, or at turn 1 with the wing complex down there, the spikiness, you can see it down there. Yeah, all good fun. Anyway, let's get on with this. One thing that I forgot I can show you is splits here. Annoyingly, it shows you my optimal lap and my fastest lap, which is there. A 2 minute to 185, but that's not the lap I'm going to show you. No. We're going to show you lap 14, which is a 2:02.368. That had a little bit of a mistake on it, missed a few apexes. All right, yeah, it was 0.2 quicker, but I'd rather show you hitting apexes, even though it is slower, so I'm not pushing it too much. And also, we may have run out of fuel / crashed, so this is full of fuel, so I think it's a bit more relevant. Anyway, yeah, quite useful. I didn't know I could show you that, to be honest. My bad. Info tab for you. We are running the Silverstone fixed iRacing setup, which is the series that I'm following. Track temp of 88 Fahrenheit. It was a little bit hot in the race. It was about 90 Fahrenheit. But yeah, degrees will be above my head anyway, and it should be set to the same time and day roughly about what the race is going ahead. Track usage 44%. Higher usage, more grip. Lower usage, less grip. I don't know what that's going to be, so I go roughly in the middle, and car 44 is my number. So there we go. What else have I got to show you? Above my head is my Discord, where OLAP, BLAP, telemetry, replay file will all be in there, along with a nice little Google Docs to show you what track guides I've done in the past for what series, and they'll be in season order. I update that every season so we all know where we are. Also shows what track guides I'm planning to do throughout the season, so yeah, always worth having a look in there. And the other one is how I get into these sessions, so try and make it as accurate as I can. I use the iRacing UI. They got a little scheduler in there. You can set up a hosted or a test session for yourselves if you want to practice before the week goes live. Otherwise, let's crack on with it. Right then, Silverstone, my local circuit, and reduce the brake bias a touch. I was at 56.0 running around here. I went down to 55, too much. 56 seemed about right for me, so give that a try. But we're hunting for turn 1, and it's a good run down into here, but at the service road on the left-hand side, that's our turn-in point, absolutely flat out. First few laps with a lot of cars around, cold tyres, definitely a safety lift, maybe drop down to 5th if you're not confident. Turn 2, just a sweeping left-hander. Don't turn the steering wheel too much, but we do want to bring the car over to the left hand side, and we are aiming for this curb here. You want to brake down it and then onto it, nice and easy in a nice straight line. Third gear for this one, be careful, don't cut that corner too much. I give that curb a little cheeky knock there. It's not too bad. Any more than that, it can risk pushing you wide. At this curb, when we come over, that's when we start braking. The second gear I found much easier around here, and I do get a little snap of oversteer, which does help me because I was heading to hit that red curb. So bear in mind, it is very awkward to spot your turning point there. Practice that, and triple screens do help. This kink right here is flat out, no need to worry about that, and we're hunting down to Brooklands now. This little cheeky rascal, I did have a few spins around here. So 50 board, we want to start turning in gently, brake as much as you can, but you want to get a nice late apex around here, and it is very easy to face the wrong way. So don't cut that corner too much. There is an off track, so bear that in mind. You want to be mid track about this point, down to third gear, and then ease it around. So you want a mid to late apex. So I'm coming onto the curve now. I'm playing with the steering and the throttle to get this away, and then I'll full throttle after I pass one of those red sausage curbs. You can run wide here, but if you go off the black and white curbing, you will get an off track, so bear that in mind as well. The old start finish straight, the old pit lane is still there and still used on some other race series, so yeah, bear that in mind. But we are hunting down to about 75, about 60, 70 meter board, whatever it is. Little brake down into 5th gear. Make sure you clip them 2 red sausage curb on the apex. If you do, you can be full throttle out of here and you won't run wide. You do run too far wide, off track and slow down. So again, make note of there, don't run wide. Maggotts and Becketts now. Curb on the right hand side, turning, and you want to aim for this bit of red curb here. Don't hit it, just be next to it. At that point, we turn in, clip this curb. That is kind of flat out, but you want to lift to stay mid track. At the end of the concrete, on the left-hand side, the green concrete I circled there, that's when you want to brake and turn it for this one. Stay as far left as you can, because what we've been doing is compromising the corners as much as we can to maximize this one. So end of the curbing, start the green concrete on the left-hand side there. Turn in, clip the apex, don't cut it, there is a slowdown, and don't cut this too much because there is a slowdown there as well. And that will ruin your lap time because this is the longest straight on the circuit. So you need a good run out of there. Slipstream will be a thing down here, and this corner down here is quite nice for overtaking because you can let him go inside and then cut back. So curbing on the left hand side, we're braking onto it and down into 5th gear. down to fourth once we're turning in, and you're looking for these 3 red bits just there, them sausage curves on the inside. You want to be on the black and white, but at that point you want to be full throttle. You can use a bit of curbing here on exit, not a problem, but again, too far wide is another slowdown. Last few corners now, got to get these right. So 100 meter board, start the curbing on the right hand side, brake in a nice heavy straight line. Third gear for this, don't go too deep. I go a little bit too deep into here, bit of oversteer, so bear that in mind. You want to get this corner full throttle. You see I can't because I went in too deep on the early one, so bear that in mind. Use all of the curb on the left hand side, and this final corner is absolutely flat out, so no need to worry about that one. But that is done and dusted. The line does come up very quickly, so bear that in mind if you are trying to battle, but that is us across the line in a 2.02.368. So that is Silverstone, done and dusted. Not a bad little circuit. Twisty first section, twisty last section with some nice flowing corners in between them. Racing here will be a slipstream fest. I think it might be a little bit follow the leader at times, so bear that in mind. Make sure your overtakes are good and they don't lose you too much time, so you lose the train. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. What else have I got to mention? Oh, YouTube stuff. Like and subscribe and all that mumbo jumbo stuff. We know how YouTube likes it. And if you did find this helpful, definitely hit that thumbs up button. The outtakes are to follow. That was well received on the last track guide, so they are here to stay. Enjoy, laugh, have a chuckle, and don't make mistakes that I do. Otherwise, catch you on the next one.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 31 Celsius.